Hi there, what's up? Welcome back to Ecofunomics. I am Dr. Shreya Roy, and this is session 9 of data analytics using STATA or STATA, however you pronounce it. Ecofunomics is an education, research, and data analytics company serving knowledge across 168 countries. We are registered under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Startup India, Skill India, Ministry of Education. We are also registered partner of IBM. I think that's about it. And in today's session, we are going to be learning how to find out the ANOVA in STATA. If you haven't watched our previous videos where we have calculated ANOVA using SPSS, the link is up in the iCard. If you haven't watched our previous STATA videos, the entire playlist is also attached up in the iCard. For my fellow viewers who want to participate in the registered course of data analytics, so this is a registered data analytics online course. The link to the registration is down in the description. All you need to do is go register, learn the software at your own pace. Once you are done, please answer the examination and the certificate will be couriered to you. If you do not have access to our STATA coursework material, so the coursework material are also available online. So you may download it from there directly because STATA has free study materials. Apart from that, if you want to access our coursework material, then please email to us at contact@ecofunomics.com or WhatsApp us on the number being displayed on your screen. I think that's about it. We can now roll into the video. In today's video, we are going to be covering a little theoretical background of ANOVA, and then we are going to enter into ANOVA calculation. Okay. ANOVA is to test the difference among the means of the population by examining the amount of variation within each sample relative to the amount of variation between the samples. So basically, let me give you an example. So the data set that I'm going to be using today, it has profits and then the gender of the CEOs. The gender of the CEOs is a non-metric variable which can be female or male. So there are two categories to it, female and male. So ANOVA is mostly used to analyze when there are metric and non-metric variables. Okay, if it is a non-metric variable, please be, sure to convert your data. For example, it is male, female, male, female. So for male, assign 0. For female, assign 1. Again, for male, give 0. Again, for female, give 1. So convert your data, let's say it's a qualitative data, into a quantitative data. So basically assigning numbers to or dummy variables or whatever you can category codes to your non-metric values. On the other hand, let's say profit or sales or advertisement expenditures, these are whole numbers that can be displayed in an hardcore metric format. Let's say the profit could be 3 crores or 30,000 crores. These are all hardcore metric numbers. So mostly ANOVA is done when there is a metric and a non-metric variable involved. Okay, so also, ANOVA does a comparison test between two variances. Okay, so in the formula of variance, obviously you have mean. Okay, so basically what ANOVA does is like the profits are there. I'm using again my example, which I'm going to be, using the data that I'm going to show you right now. So the profits are there and there are two segments of the genders of the CEOs, male and female. So basically ANOVA tests whether the variances of the male group and the variances of the female group are same or not. So if they are same, then you say there is no difference in the group. But if they are different, then you say there is a difference between the two groups. Okay. So again, for ANOVA, we need to do hypothesis building. Hypotheses are of two types, null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. For null hypothesis, it goes like the two groups are not different. Okay, so the profit shares earned by the male and the profit shares earned by the females are same. So basically, the two groups are not different is your null hypothesis in ANOVA. And the alternative hypothesis in ANOVA will be that the two groups are different. So in our example, it would be the males are earning different profits and the females are earning different profits. That is when you're saying that the two group variances of the two groups are different, and that is alternative hypothesis. So in null hypothesis, there is no difference in the two groups, and in alternative hypothesis, there is a difference in the two groups. Okay, let's just quickly understand and using the software directly. So in case you do not know how to import a data, how to open a data in STATA, please view our previous videos. It is all totally wonderfully explained there. Let's quickly look at the data sheet. So this is the firm column where the firms are listed. This is profits in crores. This is our concerned columns, our profit column, and the two gender columns. Okay, so for gender, see, for female, I have assigned a dummy 0, and for male, I have assigned a code 1. So for female, it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and for male, it is all 1. Now, in ANOVA, we do not use this column. That is, we do not use the qualitative data column. Rather, we use the quantitative data column. That is the one in which you have converted your data into codes. Okay, and this. So we will write ANOVA. Then we are going to select first the sales or the profit or the advertisement expenditure, the metric variable. Okay, first we'll select the metric variable. Then we will select the non-metric code and enter. Okay, so this is my output table. In our output table, what do we see? Our concerned row is this one, in which we see that the F value is 6.06 and that the probability, that is P value, where probability greater than F value is 0.0217. Since it is greater than 0.05, we say that the variances of the two groups are different. Hence, we fail to reject the alternative hypothesis, and we say that the profits earned by the female CEOs and the profits earned by the male CEOs are different. So here we are accepting the null we are rejecting the null hypothesis and accepting the alternative hypothesis. Okay, I hope I could explain this to you. If you have any doubts, please comment down below. Get in touch with us. I'll definitely try to reply back as soon as possible. However, my reply speed on YouTube is a little slow, so please bear with me. Let's again look at our data once again. And now what if there are two columns and we want to see what will be the impact of gender and age on the profits of the company. So let's say there are two groups in gender, that is female and male. And for age, again, we have distributed into two groups. Those are young CEO and experienced or old CEOs. Okay, so now what if we want to add two non-metric independent terms and we want only to check their impact on profit? How do we do it? We write ANOVA, then we select profit, then we select gender code, age code, and then we want to check their interaction term too. That is what will happen if we multiply them, the joint impact of this. Okay, if I could explain it simply. So interaction term simply means given one, how will the other behave? For example, the gender is given of the CEO. Will being young affect profit more? Will being old affect profits more? So given one, how will the other variable affect your independent variable? Given one, how will the other variable affect your dependent variable or your study variable? That is your profit in this case. Gender. So you could either multiply the two and create a new column, or what you can do is gender code, hashtag, age code, enter. So take a look over here. Now it totally changes. The model results changes. Here it loses its significance. Here it also does not have any significance. That is, the p-values are greater than 0.05. Hence, we failed to accept the alternative hypothesis and have to accept the null hypothesis, saying there is no difference in the two groups. However, when we take a look at the interaction term, we see that there is a difference. That is, given the gender, the age is actually affecting the profits of the companies. Okay, so I hope I could explain myself. If you have any doubts, please get in touch with me, comment down below. And that's it for this session. See you soon in the next one. Until then, bye.